This is the assembly video for the SledTred. For the first step, you'll need the tread deck, the flywheel covers, the rear roller covers, and the M5/8 screws. Place the flywheel cover on the treadmill deck so that the holes are aligned. Take your screw, screw it in, tighten down using the tool provided, and repeat this process on the other side. Now to install the rear roller cover, slide into position and screw into place. Tighten down using the tool provided. Next, remove the plastic from the side rail. For the next step, you'll need the base frame and both frame uprights, along with 8 M8 55 bolts and their washers and nuts. Now take the upright with the resistance dial and put it on the right side of the frame. Line up the holes and put the bolts through the holes. Place a washer and a nut on the end of the bolt. Tighten using the wrench and the Allen key and repeat these steps on the other side. For the next step, you'll need the treadmill deck and 2 M1065 bolts with 2 flat washers. Align the tread deck with the entry point on the inside of the upright frame. Then screw in your bolt. Repeat for the other side. Now, use the provided Allen wrench to secure the tread deck to the frame. Repeat this step for the other side. Skip to this part of the video if you have a SledTred with a power tower. To install your plastic adapters, simply place it on top of the upright frame and insert your M840 bolt through the first hole and put a washer and a nut on the other side. Tighten securely and repeat this process on the other side. If you upgrade your SledTred with a power tower, remove these 3 bolts, pull out the plastic adapter, and follow the instructions on the rest of the video. For this step, we'll need the multi-grip support bar, both power tower uprights, and 2 M840 bolts with washers. Put the bolt through the side of the power tower frame and screw it in to the support bar. Repeat this step on the other side. For this, you'll need the multi-grip chin-up bar, 4 M10 100 bolts with curved washers and nuts. Put your bolt through the bottom of the frame and then through the multi-grip chin-up bar. Take a curved washer and a nut and put it on the end of the bolt. Repeat this step on the lower hole. Complete this process on the other side. Now, tighten down all 6 bolts. For this step, you'll need the upper and lower monitor frames and 2 M8 15 bolts with round washers. First, put together the lower monitor frames and put your bolt in the screw hole. Make sure to just hand tighten this. We're going to do the exact same thing on the upper monitor frames. Now, insert the power tower into the upright frames. Next, we're going to attach the lower monitor frame using 2 M875 bolts with round washers. When installing the lower monitor frame, make sure that the bolt is facing down. Take your M875 bolt, put it through the upright, and screw it in to the lower monitor frame. Repeat this on the other side. Use the provided tools to tighten the lower monitor frame to the upright. Repeat this for the other side. For this step, you'll need 4 M850 bolts with flat washers in the upper monitor frame. Put the upper monitor frame on the uprights. Then, put the bolt through both holes. Make sure on this step that you're inserting the bolts from the inside of the SledTred out. Now, slide the push pads onto the middle bars. Place the sled push pads on the upper and lower monitor frame. Then, use the M840 bolts with a round washer and screw it into place. Be sure to screw it into the bottom as well. Repeat this process on the other side. Now put an M840 bolt through the power tower from the inside out. Place a washer and a nut on the other side. Repeat this step for the other side. With an M815 bolt and a curved washer, insert into the uprights in these 2 locations. Repeat this step on the other side. Now, take the multi-pad and 2 pull knobs and screw them in to either side. Pull back on the knobs of the multi-pad and attach it to the uprights. Now go through and tighten all of the console frame and power tower bolts. Remove the multi-pad. Lift up the treadmill deck and use the long storage knob to screw it in place. To install the resistance cable wire, insert the end bead into the upper cable connector. Next, pull back on the threaded end of the lower flywheel cable and insert it into the forked cutout of the bracket. And lastly, screw the loose nut onto the threading and tighten securely. Next, we're going to go over how to securely install the multi-pad. Pull on both of the pull knobs and attach to the frame. Then, screw in a screw knob on either side of the multi-pad. Now, let's go over how to install the dip bars. Let's start with the right dip bar. Take a pull knob and screw it in to the bottom of the right dip bar. Pull back on the pull knob and attach it to the frame. Then, take your screw knob and screw it in the top hole of the dip bar. Repeat this process for the other side. Next, we'll install the monitor by placing it on the monitor stand. Press down to secure it. Now, connect the 2 wires together. Next, connect the wires on the left side of the SledTred. Now, we're going to connect the sensor to the sensor clip, which is located here. Make sure to connect it roughly a ½ inch from the flywheel. When you're done, push the excess wire into the uprights. If you have any product or exercise related questions, feel free to reach out.